And welcome back. It's time once again for our Ozarks Live Book Club, and Zach Hollingshat is back from the Springfield's Greene County Library. Zach, always good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too, Blake. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 selections today. Super excited for this. The first one is called Glutton. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so Glutton is loosely based on facts, but it's about a guy in France who got into just eating random things. So the first part of the book, basically, you're in this hospital with this guy that's eating a golden fork, and you're trying to figure out like what happened to him. But he's basically dying by this golden fork, and then you get his backstory.
Okay. And this is fiction or
fiction?
Okay, I was like, that'd be kind of crazy if this was real.
Too.
Oh, okay,
this guy
so
was
a
real.
mix.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, another one of the books I'll talk about today is that way too. It's kind of interesting how they use history, but then they also kind of add some magical realism, especially in this one.
Okay, so aside from that point, what did you personally love about reading this book?
I think just the craziness of it. It's just like, you would never think that someone actually lived to eat most of the things that he does and survive. So,
is there anything you think people will like learn or take away from it, given the subject?
Yeah, given the subject, I mean, I would probably just say just the history of the guy. I mean, you want to look it up just to know like how this person actually existed for how long they did. This was like 1798 in France.
Oh my gosh, so it's been a while.
Yeah, exactly, right.
That's amazing. Okay, another one you brought in, I may be saying this wrong, but Schrader's Chord, is that right?
Yeah, Schrader's Chord.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the main character is estranged from his father, finds out his father dies. He goes and inherits his father's record store.
Oh, that's kind of...
And also inherits 4 random records from, he doesn't know where they're from, but him and his friends start playing them. Well, when he starts playing them, the dead starts coming back to life. So him and his friends basically have to fight the dead, and also his father comes back to also fight the dead.
This is so interesting. So what is this specific book like? What genre does this classify in?
Horror, I would say, is where you would probably say this genre is.
Okay,
so.
What did you love about this one?
I mean, so I worked at a record store for 10 years, so I personally love anything revolving around record stores.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the record store aspect of it mixed with the horror. So
I was gonna say, I think it's an interesting concept because, as you, I'm sure, know, record stores have really made, like, records have made a comeback, record players, and so I think it's been this, like, super trendy thing. So we've seen it in media, we've seen it on TV, so I think seeing it in this other fashion is kind of an interesting concept.
Definitely. Yeah.
What do you think people will really take away from that?
I think probably, it's kind of weird, maybe the importance of the record stores.
Okay.
Because they're still kind of a dying breed. I mean, I worked at one and it went out of business.
Yeah,
so,
well, people have Spotify now, so what are they need record stores, you know? I mean, honestly, so that's super interesting.
So,
okay, so the last one you brought in is called Bright Young Women.
Yeah, so if you're into, you know, Ted Bundy's history at all, if you're into true crime, this is like the perfect book.
There's totally an audience for that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, the main 2 characters are, this is also based on real and fiction.
Okay.
Basically, they come together because their friends were brutally murdered by Ted Bundy. So they're coming together to try to figure out who this serial killer is. They don't know it's Ted Bundy, of course.
Okay, yeah. So as we touched on, I feel like true crime and detective type genres, if you will, are a huge thing right now. They're always popular. There's a million things out there about them. So what are those kinds of people going to enjoy most about this book? Or maybe how does it differ from the rest of what's out there?
I'd say how it differs is you're mixing fiction with history in it. She kind of creates maybe some elements that weren't in real life to bring in those readers. So.
Okay, interesting. Now, anything else that you've been reading or that's on your radar that you think people should be aware of?
Oh, wow. Gosh, there's just so many books this year.
I know.
I'd have to think about it because Schrader's Chord was my big book of the fall.
Yeah.
Because we're all about spooky stuff, right?
It's spooky season after all.
Yeah, and we're going to have Grady Hendrix towards the end of October.
Okay.
He's going to do a Q&A, and if you haven't read his new book, it's really good. It came out earlier this year. It's about a haunted house. So.
Okay, very good. Lots of good stuff to know. Now, Zach, if people want more information with anything with the library, how can they get it?
Yeah, so you want to go to thelibrary.org.
Absolutely love that website. It's
my favorite. So easy to remember, right?
Yes, also, and there's also so many branches and locations here in the area, so people, there's plenty of opportunities to go and check it out. So lots of good stuff. All right, Zach, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for sharing your selections.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.